Yo, what's up guys, it's Jake Lewis. We're back with another mixing video, and today we're gonna finish a mix for Fleeko Rico. The song was recorded here, and I already kind of got started on the mix during the session, and we're gonna finish it up now. And I'll walk through, my thought process and what I've already done, and we'll continue from there. So let's get right into it. So just for you to get an idea of where we're at, I'm going to play the song.
What can I say? I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken. So I gotta keep hoping, cause I cannot let them find me roping or down in the grave. But what can I say? It's difficult when all your wounds reopen, and you followed by the boys and it flash like strobing. So get shot or get tased, or for example, the money never been ample. That's why I sold all them samples. I was walking in the mud and gotta clean my sandals to be equal to Randall. Cause even when you clean, they stir up out your panel and search it in a 781, but was born in the 508 where the murk quick. And them youngins turn to perks quick, but never fit. Perfectly imperfect, and yeah, I did some dirt. Tell me I ain't worth it, cause Daddy and Kathy will get too damn crafty and too damn wild. Plus I got this face to put on. I gotta be the golden child, even though I'm riled up. 17 years old, watch the bodies pile up. Just a little Spanish dude, trying to give my fans some food from across the street. But little did I know the block was squashing beef, and I ain't talking empanada.
Oh yeah, so that's where we're at so far. I think it's in a really good spot, and all we gotta do is really polish it up, do some production things with the beat to make the song kind of just more interesting instead of it just being the same instrumental loop. Try to emphasize some words in the vocals, and yeah, let's just quickly go over what I did. So on this mix, I've kind of changed my approach. Normally, I would have started with EQ first and then compressed after, but I've just been trying to compress first and then do all of my carving after. So I started with the API 2500. I tried a few other compressors and they just didn't sound good with his voice, but this kind of smoothed out his voice and brought out a little bit of low end that I wanted without doing it without introducing too much low end. Super slow attack, fast release, 2 ratio, a soft knee, normal thrust, and then I experimented with the type, the tone type. Tone type actually does a lot. Like on the new one, if we play it.
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I got
versus old.
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I know I was chosen, even though
new to me sounds like it has a little bit more low end, and it feels like it's up here in the mix. And then when you switch to old, it has a little bit more bite and grit, and it feels like it's kind of coming out of the speaker like here. For his voice, I think he already has enough grit in his delivery to where we actually kind of want to dial it back a little bit. So I use new.
I know I was chosen.
I use new for him.
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I got
and then we got EQ. Actually, let's do it this way. Let me disable everything and we'll just go in order here. So this is without the compressor.
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I got
with.
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I gotta keep hoping, cause I cannot let them find me roping or down in the grave. But what can I say? It's difficult when all your wounds reopen, and you
this also has auto gain compensation, so it is actually louder, so it might sound better for that reason as well. But it does help with the shaping his dynamics. And then we got this EQ. So before,
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I gotta keep hoping, cause I cannot let them find me roping or down in the grave. But what can I say? It's difficult when all your wounds reopen.
Yeah, every move here was super deliberate. I've been trying to get way more deliberate with my EQ moves. If I'm not sure why I'm making an EQ move or it's really not making a huge difference, I'm taking it out and I'm not even gonna bother with it. That's been my approach. But I noticed his vocals had some boominess in them and muddiness that I wanted to take out. A lot of it was right here at 190. Let's listen. It has that ooh, we don't want that.
I know I was chosen, even though.
But I noticed if I just carved out, how many dB is this? 4.8 plus 1.5, whatever, like fucking 7 dB. If I just carved out a straight 7 dB, not dynamically but static, it just would sound super hollow. I felt like what was appropriate was just taking out a dB and a half and then dynamically reducing by 4 dB if that frequency was really hitting. And that's why I love this this EQ. The dynamic section of this EQ is super useful for that reason. So I was able to keep the warmth and body of his vocal without without it being uncontrollable and without taking it out too much. And then we have, what is this, 340? Yeah, probably some more boominess. It's more of a boxiness. Same concept here with the dynamic section.
roping.
That's like a different type of boxiness. Don't like that. That's just annoying. And like I said, his voice has a lot of grit already, and I wanted to kind of smooth that out. So I did quite a wide band and just scooped it out. Only a couple dB though. And then what do we got here? Aha. 3.8K. Between 3.5 and 4K is usually annoying. So a nice duck there. And then we got the multi-band compressor. And I've been using the Pro MB a lot to really like get the like polishing shaping on vocals, and also even making them like shaping their EQ as well. Like a lot of the time I'll even like boost like, I don't know, upwards of like 6 dB up here, and then just make the range go down like a little bit under 0 and have the threshold be like attacking
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I gotta keep hoping, cause I cannot let them find me roping.
That way you perceive the vocal being bright, but it's not harsh because it's bright for a second and then it ducks down and ducks down and ducks down and keeps doing that. But for this vocal, I didn't do that approach. I kept everything flat.
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I gotta keep hoping, cause I cannot let them find me roping or down in the grave. But what can I say, it's difficult when I'm
Yeah, this plugin's doing a whole lot. Every time I use this plugin, it really does a lot. Before, his vocal is kind of like popping out of the speaker and it's kind of doing this thing. But then when you slap this on and really get into the nitty gritty of each frequency and dial them back, like then the vocal is just like, it's sitting here. It's sitting where it's supposed to be. So it's like hear each band and kind of what I was thinking when I did them. I mean, yeah, that's just like all that rumbly low end that we don't really want to hear like that. We don't want to hear a lot of it, but we still want it there because if we take it away, the vocal will sound super just like hollow and not real. So let's see what I did here for the settings.
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken.
Threshold is pretty low because I want the low end to not be so dynamic. I just want it to be like there. You know what I'm saying? Chilling here instead of like, you know what I'm saying?
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I gotta keep
slow release. So it's just riding the low end. So the low end is just solid sitting here. You know what I'm saying? And a pretty quick attack, but I'm still letting a little bit through, so you still perceive the low end, which is a trick I got from Tony Maserati.
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I gotta keep hoping.
Just taming some of that boxiness, a little faster release because it does supply like a foundational grit to the vocal that we do want. So too slow of a release and it'll be tucked too far in the back. A little bit slower of an attack. This range can get annoying, but it's still also very vital. So I just kind of kept the attack and release at like a medium speed. And I didn't duck it too much comparatively. 5 dB is quite a bit, but compared to everything else, not as much.
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I got to keep hoping.
And honestly, this top band is really just used to like de-ess and get like the S harshness out of there.
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I gotta keep hoping, cause I cannot let them find me roping or down in the grave. But what can I say?
Next up, what do we got? Damn, I think this was disabled the whole time. So what you heard wasn't even really... This plugin does a bit. Let me reload the session here. The concepts still apply, even though I kind of effed up here. All right, so next up, we got the Pultec. This does a lot.
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I gotta keep hoping, cause I cannot let them find me roping.
It adds a lot of clarity, and it's also adding body. If you want to add some body to the vocal and really make it like punch forward a little bit more, go to the 100 hertz frequency, bump it up a little bit. And in this case, I attenuated it a little bit too.
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I gotta keep hoping, cause I cannot let them find me roping or down in the grave. But what can I say, it's difficult when all your wounds reopen and you...
Dialed it back a little bit because I do want a little bit more warmth. What else did I do? Yeah, it's a trick I'll use a lot as well. I'll make the bandwidth extremely wide here and go all the way to the highest frequency, 16,000, and give it a boost. Let's see what it's doing here.
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I gotta keep hoping, cause I cannot let them find me roping or down in the grave. But what can I say, it's difficult when all your wounds reopen and you followed by the boys that it flash like strobing. So get shot or get tased, or for example, the money never been ample. That's why I sold all them samples. I was walking in the mud and gotta clean my sandals to be equal to Randall.
I mean, the plugin does a lot. Even if you have all these settings at 0 and you're just running, if you're just running audio through it, it's gonna give it like more of a punch in the mid range, and it's not like a bad punch where like it hurts or it introduces any like bad sounding harshness. It just sounds good. And then next up we got lo-fi, doing the lo-fi trick, 0.1.1. It just kind of brings the vocal forward, and then the saturation kind of rounds it out a little bit. So let's see before.
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I gotta keep hoping, cause I cannot let them find me roping or down in the grave. But what can I say, it's difficult when all your wounds...
It's minor, but also not minor at the same time. And then we got the El-Rey 2. I've been fucking loving this plugin. My mentor, Robbie Rowland, kept telling me, yo, this compressor is my favorite compressor. It's the best. And I just never got around to getting it. Finally have it. This thing is kind of crazy. You just apply it and it adds like a subtle brightness and like low end. That just sounds really fucking good. So in this particular instance, I did a fast attack, fast release, and that's really just to control the super peaks, just to like kind of smooth it out a little bit. And then also I wanted the character of the El-Rey to add some warmth to his voice and then a little bit of top end. So let's see before.
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I gotta keep hoping, cause I cannot let them find me roping or down in the grave. But what can I say, it's difficult when all your wounds reopen and you fucked up by the boys and it flash like strobing. So get shot or get tased.
It just like rounds it out and kind of sits it in the mix a little bit, because it was a little bit pokey before from the lo-fi, and then this kind of brings it back. Yeah, no makeup gain, just a little bit of reduction, like 1 to 2 dB.
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I gotta keep hoping, cause I cannot let them find me rope.
El-Rey 2, great compressor. Then we got a de-esser.
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I gotta keep hoping, cause I cannot let them find me roping or down in the grave. But what can I say, cause I cannot let them find me roping or...
We are stuck with the 2-track, by the way, so we're at the mercy of the producer here.
Walking in the mud and gotta clean my sandals to be equal to Randall. Cause even when you clean it, stare about your panel and search it in a 781, but was born in the 508 where the murk quick. And them youngins turn to perks quick, but never fear. It's been clear that we the perfectly imperfect. And yeah, I did some dirt shit, but don't ever try to tell me I ain't worth it. Cause Daddy and Kathy will get too damn crafty and too damn wild. Plus I got this face to put on eyes. Gotta be the golden child even though I'm riled up. 17 years old, watch the bodies pile up. Just a little Spanish dude, trying to get my fans some food from across the street. But little, so what can I say? No, there's not much to say. The more your mouth spray is the more that they hate and the more that they change.
I feel like there's some boominess in the vocal that I want to take away, like around 500 maybe, which will help brighten up the vocal, bring it a little bit forward, and just like, I don't know, it just feels not pleasant at the moment.
What can I say? I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I gotta keep hoping, cause I cannot let them find me roping or down in the grave. But what can I say, it's difficult when all your wounds reopen and you followed by the boys and it flash like strobing. So get shot or get tased, or for example, the money never been ample. That's why I sold all them samples. I was walking in the mud and gotta clean my sandals to be equal to Randall. Cause even when you clean it, stare about your panel and search it in a 781, but was born in the 508 where the murk quick.
Yeah, 400 hertz, that feels good. I feel like around this area, we've got some harshness going on. I want to just smooth it out.
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I gotta keep hoping.
Definitely right there. I'm going to do an approach I sometimes do here. I'm going to mark all the spots of the frequencies I don't like, narrow the Q quite a bit, and then I'm going to highlight them all and dynamically bring them down until they feel good. And we'll see how that sounds.
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I gotta keep. That's why I sold off. Say it's difficult when all your wounds reopen.
Yeah, so right there you might like notice on the webcam or whatever that I'm not looking at the screen when I'm scanning for these frequencies, because I think a lot of the time like looking at this analyzer will kind of trick you into thinking, oh, this is like, there's like a peak here, so it must be like a bad frequency or whatever, but that's like really not the case. So I kind of just look down or like look away and just only use my ears and just like slowly sweep until I'm like, all right, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Just use your ears, and I think you'll get way better EQ moves that way, at least for me.
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I gotta keep hoping, cause I cannot let them find me roping or down in the grave. But what can I say, it's difficult when all your wounds reopen, and you followed by the boys that it flashlight strobing. So get shot or get tased, or for example, the money never been ample. That's why I sold all them samples. I was walking in the mud and gotta clean my sandals to be equal to Randall. Cause even when you clean it, still rip out your panel and search it in a 781, but was born in the 5. Yeah.
I think these moves I just made softened it up in a good way. Took away some of that harshness that I'm always hunting down. Yeah, so a 3K cut here seemed to help. 2.5 seemed to do it, but I think it was just too... I think I wasn't hitting all of the frequencies I was trying to target. And then I widened the Qs. And then I widened the Qs on these bands, but then decreased how much dynamic reduction I was doing, because I wanted to soften it more. But if I kept it at the same dynamic reduction as when it was really narrow, it would like just sound too unharsh, you know, too soft. So
flashlight strobing, so get shot or get tased. Or for example, the money never been ample. That's why I sold all them samples. I was walking in the mud and gotta clean my sandals to be equal to Randall. Cause even when you clean it, still rip out your panel and search it in a 781, but was born in the 508 where the murk quick. And them youngins turn to perks quick, but never fail. It's been clear that we the perfectly imperfect. And yeah, I did some dirt shit, but don't ever try to tell me I ain't worth it. Cause Daddy and Kathy will get too damn crafty and too damn wild. Plus I got this face to put on eyes. Gotta be the golden child even though I'm riled up. 17 years old, watch the bodies pile up. Just a little Spanish dude, trying to get my fans some food from across the street. But little did I know the block was squashing beef. And I ain't talking empanada or all the yapping yippee yada. I still need my Prada, yeah. So I keep my faith, and this ain't about no obsessions today. I got confessions to lay, but I also want the wraith. So apologies to my pastor, I'm keeping my blaster. I got no master, bitch, I'm the X Factor. Yeah, my ego insane, so she go insane. Then we go insane, then I'm blasting out brains. That's the thing about my pain, I got some regrets, but I'm never ashamed. I may be a monster, I may be a saint, or maybe I'm both and flip like a page. When I feel the rage, I'm thinking about those I protected. Said they one and the same with the ones I rejected.
That was it, that was the move. That was the move, bro. There was so much boominess there, but boom, dynamically reducing that. Oh my God.
I know I was chosen, even though and them youngins turn to perks quick, but never fail. It's been clear that we the perfectly imperfect. And yeah, I did some dirt shit, but don't ever try to tell me I ain't worth it. Cause Daddy and Kathy will get too
I felt like slowing the release there, tucked it back a tiny bit more, which I think is what I want for that smoothness. It's gotta be 1.5K, bro.
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I gotta keep hoping, cause I cannot let them find me roping or down in the grave. But what can I say?
Maybe it's right here. Maybe this is what I'm hunting for.
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I gotta keep hoping, cause I cannot let them find me roping or down in the grave. But what can I say, it's difficult when all your wounds reopen, and you followed by the boys and it flashlight strobing. So get shot or get tased, or for example, the money never been ample. That's why I sold all them samples. I was walking in the mud and gotta clean my sandals to be equal to Randall. Cause even when you clean it, still rip out your panel and search it. I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I gotta keep hoping, cause I cannot let them find me roping or down in the grave. But what can I say is...
And now I feel like Kramer Tape might be a good addition here for some texture.
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken, so I gotta keep hoping, cause I cannot let them find me roping or down in the grave. But what can I say, it's difficult when all your wounds reopen, and you followed by the boys that it flashlight strobing. So get shot or get tased, or for example, the money never been ample. That's why I sold all them samples. I was walking in the mud and gotta clean my sandals to be equal to Randall. Cause even when you clean it, still rip out your panel and so damn wild. Plus I got this face to put on eyes. Gotta be the golden child even though I'm riled up. 17 years old, watch the bodies pile up. Just a little Spanish dude, trying to get my fans some food from across the street. But little did I know the block was squashing beef. And I ain't talking walking in the mud and gotta clean my sandals to be equal to Randall. Cause even when you clean it, still rip out your panel and search it. In a 781, but was born in the 508 where the earthquake. And them youngins turn the perks quick, but never fail. It's been clear that we the perfectly imperfect. And yeah, I did some dirt shit, but don't ever try to tell me I ain't worth it. You followed by the boys and it flash like strobing. So get shot or get tased. Or for example, the money never been ample. That's why I sold all them samples.
I've been using this plugin a lot on 2 tracks since I don't really have, you know, the flexibility of going in and EQing and doing all this stuff to the 808 and the kick. Individually, I've been using this a lot.
In a 781, but was in a 781, but was born in the 508. In a 781, but was born in the 508 where the earthquake. And them youngins turn the perks quick. But
I'm gonna keep it on. There's a lot of plugins on this vocal. I gotta chill. I feel like it's in a good spot now though.
Quick, but never fail. It's been clear that we the perfectly imperfect. And yeah, I did some dirt shit, but don't ever try to tell me I ain't worth it. But then gotta clean my sandals to be equal to Randall. Cause even when you clean, still.
Right there, I was making some room for his vocals within the 2 track, and I was doing that with mid-side processing via the Pro-Q. I liked the sound of the piano, so I boosted that on the sides and dynamically boosted it as well, because I didn't want to lose it too much. And then I took a mid band and just decreased around 2K in the beat, which is kind of where the meat of his vocal is sitting. And now another trick, if you have this plugin, if you have Soothe, I'm sure you've probably heard of it. If you haven't, it's a great plugin, and you can sidechain. You can sidechain the vocal to the instrumental. So I usually use bus 35. It doesn't matter what bus you use. I use 35. Boom, 35, boom. And it's enable side chaining. You have to enable side chaining here. When I first got the plugin, I didn't know, and I was like, well, what is going on here? How do I even do this?
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken. So I gotta keep hoping, cause I cannot let them find me roping or down in the grave. But what can I say?
This delta button lets you hear what the plugin is taking away. So you can really get into the nitty gritty of what it's doing.
We'll get too damn crafty and too damn wild. Plus I got this face to put on. I gotta be the.
And now if we go mid-side, we can have it just affect the mids, which is really where the vocal's sitting. It's sitting in the mid, only mid.
I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken. So I gotta clean my. What can I say? It's difficult when all your wounds reopen. It's difficult when all your wounds reopen. And you followed by the boys and it flash like sandals to be equal to Randall. Cause even when you samples, I was walking in the mud and gotta clean my to be samples. I was walking in the mud and gotta clean my sandals. Gotta clean my sandals. I was walking in the mud and gotta clean my sandals. One, but was born in the 508 where the earthquake. And them youngins turn the perks quick, but never fail. It's been clear that we the perfectly imperfect. And yeah, I did some dirt shit, but don't ever try to tell me. I was walking in the mud and gotta clean my sandals to be equal to Randall. Clean this shit out. I was walking in the mud and gotta clean my sandals to be equal to Randall. Cause even when you clean it, still rip out samples. I was walking in the mud and gotta clean my sandals to
those minor timing changes do a lot. I think I'm only nudging it by like, what is my nudge on? Oh yeah, barely anything.
Samples, I was walking in the mud and gotta clean my sandals to be. And them youngins turn the perks quick, but never fail. It's been clear that we the perfectly imperfect. And yeah, I did some dirt shit, but don't ever try to tell me I ain't worth it. Cause Daddy and Kathy will get too damn crafty and too damn wild. Plus I got this face to put on. I gotta be the golden child, even though I'm riled up. 17 years old, watch the bodies pile up. Just a little Spanish dude, trying to get my fans some food from across the street. But little did I know the block was squashing beef. And I ain't talking empanada or all the yapping yippee yada. I still need my Prada, yeah. So what can I say? I made money today. You clean it, still rip out your panel and search it. In a 781, you clean it, still rip out your panel and search it. In a 781, you clean it, still rip out your panel and search it. In a 781, you clean it, still rip out. Cause even when you clean it, still rip out your panel and search it. In a 781, but was born in the 508 where the cause even when you clean it, still rip out your panel and search it. In a 781, cause even when you clean it, still rip out your panel and search it. In a 781, but was handle. Cause even when you clean it, still rip out your panel and search it. Cause even when you clean it, stare about your panel. Cause even when you clean it, stare about your panel and search it in a 781. Cause even when you clean it, stare about your panel and search it in a 781, but was born in the 5. Even when you clean it, 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 to be equal to Randall. Cause even when you clean it, stare about and search it in a 781, but your panel and search it in a 781, but was born in the 508 where the Merquake and them youngers. Stare about your panel and search it in a 781. Clean it, stare about Daddy and Kathy. We'll get too damn crafty and too damn wild. The Merquake and them youngers turn the where the Merquake and them youngers turn the perks quick, but never fail. It's big where the Merquake and them youngers turn the perks quick, where the Merquake and them youngers turn the perks quick, where the Merquake and them youngers turn the perks quick, where the Merquake and them youngers turn the perks quick, where the Merquake and them youngers turn the perks. Merquake and them youngers turn the perks. Merquake and them youngers turn the perks quick. And them where the Merquake 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 and them youngers turn the perks quick, but never fail. It's been clear. The Merquake and them youngers turn the perks quick, but never fail. It's been clear. I gotta be the golden child, even though I'm riled up. 17 years old, watch the bodies pile up. Just a little out, even though I'm riled up. 17 years old. Out, even though I'm riled up. 17 years old, watch. Golden child, even though I'm riled up. 17 years old, watch the bodies pile up. Just a little street, but little did I know.
Control D, there it is.
Golden child, even though I'm riled up. 17 years old, watch the bodies pile up. Just a little Spanish dude, trying to get my fans some food from across the street. Golden child, even though I'm riled up. 17 years old, watch the bodies pile up. Just a little Spanish dude, trying to get my fans some food. The golden child, even though I'm riled up. 17 years old, watch the bodies pile up. Just a little Spanish dude, trying to get my fans some food from across the street.
Alright, and their hi-hats are like a little pitched up compared to mine, so let's just play this on like a loop here.
Golden child, even though I'm riled up. 17 years old, watch the bodies pile up. Just a little Spanish dude, trying to get my fans some from. Gotta be the golden child, even though I'm riled.
Roll off some lows here.
Gotta be the golden child, even though I'm riled up. 17 years old. Gotta be the golden child, even though I'm riled up. 17 years old, watch the bodies pile up. And on the side, I've been catching a fade. 17 years old, watch the bodies pile up. Just a little Spanish dude, trying to get my fans. 15 years old, watch the bodies pile up. 15 years old, watch the bodies pile up. Just a little Spanish dude, trying to get my. Watch the bodies pile up, just a little Spanish dude. Gotta keep hoping, cause I cannot let them find me roping or down in the grave. But what can 781, but was born in the 508 for the Merquake. And them youngers turn the perks quick, but never fail. It's been clear that we the perfectly imperfect being. I ain't talking empanada for all the yapping, yippee yada. I still need my Prada. Yeah, to my pastor, I'm keeping my blaster. I got no master, bitch, I'm the X Factor. Yeah, my ego insane, so she go insane, then we go insane, then I'm black. When I feel the rage, I'm thinking about those I protected. Said they one in the same with.
Let's try this Heatwave plugin. I forgot. I just downloaded this. Slate just dropped this, and I have never used it. So let's see.
What can I say? I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken. So I gotta keep hoping, cause I cannot let them find me roping or down in the grave. But what can I say? It's difficult when all your wounds reopen and you followed by the boys and it flash like strobing. So get shot or get tased, strobing. So get shot or get tased. Or for example, the money never been ample. That's what. Your wounds reopen and you followed by the boys and it flash like stroke and it flash like.
Oh my god, what if I go crazy?
Reopen and you followed by the boys and it flash like strobing.
Is there a keybind where you can just smooth out these automations here? Because then I have to do like this and then do like that, and it's just like time consuming, and I feel like that should be a feature.
You followed by the boys and it flash like strobing. So watch the bodies pile up. Just a little Spanish dude trying to get my fans some food from across. Rejected the wind on my way. You said they one in the same with the ones that rejected. It felt like a waste. They left a bad taste. What can I say?
Deep breathing like that is tedious, but most definitely worth the time for sure.
Or down the grave.
That's the noise I was hearing. Fuck that, bro.
Proud up, 17 years old, watch the bodies pile up. Just a little Spanish dude, trying to get my fans some food from across the street. But little did I know the block was squashing beef. And I ain't talking empanada or all the yapping yippee yada. I still need my Prada, yeah. So what can I say? I made money today in this 3 play. What can I say? I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken. So I gotta keep hoping, cause I cannot let them find me roping or down in the grave like strobing. To get shot or get tased, or for example, the money never been ample. That's why I sold all them samples. I was walking in the mud and gotta clean my sandals to be equal to Randall. Cause even when you clean, still rip out your panel and search it in a 781, but was born in the 508 where the murk quick. And them youngers turn to perks quick, but never fear. It's been clear that we the perfectly imperfect. And yeah, I did some dirt shit, but don't ever try to tell me I ain't worth it. Cause Daddy and Kathy will get too damn crafty and too damn wild. Plus I got this face to put on eyes. Gotta be the golden child even though I'm riled up. 17 years old, watch the bodies pile up. Just a little Spanish dude, trying to get my fans some food from across the street. But little did I know the block was squashing beef. And I ain't talking empanada or all the yapping yippee yada. I still need my Prada, yeah. So what can I say? Even when you clean this.
I'm happy with -9, -10. I think any more is just it's kind of overkill. Unless it just naturally gets there. I could probably push it to like -7, but I feel like I am not good enough at mastering to get it there and have it sound good, you know? So we're gonna keep it like this. We're gonna bounce this thing out.
What can I say? I know I was chosen, even though my fan broken. So I gotta keep hoping, cause I cannot let them find me roping or down in the grave. But what can I say? It's difficult when all your wounds reopen and you followed by the boys and it flash like strobing. So get shot or get tased, or for example, the money never been ample. That's why I sold all them samples. I was walking in the mud and gotta clean my sandals to be equal to Randall. Cause even when you clean it, still rip out your panel and search it in a 781, but was born in the 508 where the murk quick. And them youngers turn to perks quick, but never fear. It's been clear that we the perfectly imperfect. And yeah, I did some dirt shit, but don't ever try to tell me I ain't worth it. Cause Daddy and Kathy will get too damn crafty and too damn wild. Plus I got this face to put on eyes. Gotta be the golden child even though I'm riled up. 17 years old, watch the bodies pile up. Just a little Spanish dude, trying to get my fans some food from across the street. But little did I know the block was squashing beef. And I ain't talking empanada or all the yapping yippee yada. I still need my Prada, yeah. So what can I say? I made money today and just busted 3 plays. And on the side I've been catching a fade. So what can I say? No, there's not much to say. The more your mouth spray is the more that they hate, and the more that they judge you, then eat off your plate. So I keep my faith, and this ain't about no obsessions today. I got confessions delayed, but I also want the wraith. So apologies to my pastor, I'm keeping my blaster. I got no master, bitch, I'm the X Factor. Yeah, my ego insane, so she go insane, then we go insane, then I'm blasting out brains. That's the thing about my pain, I got some regrets, but I'm never ashamed. I may be a monster, I may be a saint, or maybe I'm both and flip like a page. When I feel the rage, I'm thinking about those I protected. Said they wanted the same with the ones I rejected. It felt like a waste, they left a bad taste, so I interjected, then went on my way. No, you cannot judge me, no, you cannot judge me. If our pain was out in the open, you still couldn't touch me. And I'm still never moping, yeah, I got these emotions, but won't drown in the ocean. I'm still getting paid, there's not much to say, but thank you for my angels protecting me. Now let's have us a day.
And that is it, folks. I think the mix sounds dope. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment section down below, and I'll make a video out of it if I feel like I can. You know what I'm saying? So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. And until next time, deuces.